5 weird and amazing things nature does. Imagine that right now as you watch this video, things are happening on Earth that we cannot fully explain. Real phenomena documented by scientists. And the scariest thing is that we understand far less about them than we would like to. Stay tuned until the end, because the latest facts might change your perception of reality. 1. The immortal jellyfish. There is a creature in the ocean that defies the fundamental law of life. It does not die, the jellyfish. When this jellyfish ages, or gets damaged, it does something impossible. It literally rewrites itself. It reverts to a juvenile state and starts life all over again. It's as if it presses the reset button again and again and again. Imagine no old age, no end. Just an endless cycle. Scientists still don't understand why nature gave this ability to this particular creature and not to us. This discovery was made in 1988, and most interestingly, entirely by chance. A German biology student, Christian Sommer, was conducting research on hydrozoans in the Italian town of Rapallo. Whilst working, a rare and little-studied species of jellyfish, Dyretopsis doorni, got caught in his plankton nets. He placed them in petri dishes and began to observe them. And soon something incredible happened. The scientists noticed that this jellyfish is capable of literally restarting its life, returning to the initial stage and going through the entire cycle all over again. When the scientists decided to test this, they were shocked. In dangerous conditions, the jellyfish does not die. It sinks to the bottom and turns into a baby, a polyp. Its body is covered by a protective shell, and new jellyfish begin to form inside. As soon as conditions improve, they are born and swim away. And the cycle begins anew. And the strangest thing is that Dyretopsis doorni already lives in almost all the seas. But we still do not fully understand exactly how this works. 2. A rain of animals. Would you believe it? If spiders started falling from the sky right now, not in a film, not in a dream, but in real life, you step outside and down from above come fish, or frogs, or hundreds of spiders. And this isn't fantasy. Such incidents have been recorded all over the world for hundreds of years. In various countries, people have found live fish on the roads, straight after a rain. 1969, it rained canaries in Maryland, USA. 1978, shrimp fell in Australia instead of precipitation. 2007, it rained spiders in Argentina. 2011, hundreds of thrushes fell from the sky in the USA. In other places, the sky was literally covered in cobwebs. And thousands of spiders descended. And it all happens in the same way. Suddenly, sometimes under a clear sky. There is an explanation. Tornadoes and powerful winds can lift animals up and carry them over long distances. But then the question arises, why does only one species fall? Why does it all land in a single spot? As if someone had specifically chosen the location? And how do some of them survive the fall and remain alive? And now for the strangest part. In some places, such rains recur time and again, as if it were no accident, as if someone were actually dropping them. 3. Butterflies that don't know the way. Every year, millions of butterflies set off on a journey that is nothing short of a miracle. These are Danos plexippus, monarch butterflies. They fly up to 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers, crossing almost the entire North American continent, from Canada to the mountains of Mexico, to the very same forests. But there is one detail that defies all logic. Not a single one of these butterflies completes the entire journey. They live for just a few weeks and die along the way. And then the journey continues through their offspring. The whole journey takes about 3-4 generations. Each new generation flies further than the last. The next generation, which has never seen this route, they have no map, no guide, no memory. But they find their way anyway. Scientists suggest that the butterflies navigate using the sun and their internal biological clocks, and also by the Earth's magnetic field. And even that doesn't explain everything, because at the end of their journey, they find the very same forest. Sometimes the very same trees, as if the route were already recorded inside them. How? 4. Moving rocks. Something strange is happening in one of the driest places on Earth. This is Racetrack Playa, a dried-up lake in Death Valley. It hardly ever rains here. The temperatures are extreme, and all around there is absolute silence. But it is here that the rocks move slowly, silently, with no witnesses. They leave long trails behind them, sometimes stretching for hundreds of meters, as if someone were dragging them across the ground. But there are no people, no animals, and no machinery nearby. Some of the stones weigh tens of kilograms, and for years this remained a mystery. Scientists tried to catch the moment of movement, but the stones came to life only when no one was watching. And only recently have we managed to understand what is happening. In winter, a thin layer of water sometimes appears here. At night it freezes, forming transparent ice. During the day, the ice begins to crack and move slowly in the wind. And along with it, the stones slide. Very slowly, almost imperceptibly, just a few centimeters a second. But that is enough to leave a long trail. And yet, the question remains. Why does this happen only in this place? Why are such rare and precise conditions necessary? And why does it look as though the desert itself is moving the stones? 5. The lake that turns you to stone. There is a lake where a single touch could be your last. This is Lake Natron, a salty alkaline lake in northern Tanzania. The water temperature here can reach 60 degrees Celsius, and the alkalinity level is so high that it is close to that of ammonia with a pH of 10 to 12. Animals that end up in this water look as though they have turned to stone. Birds frozen in mid-flight. Creatures as if caught in time. In reality, their bodies are covered in a mineral crust, sodium salts and carbonates. They are, as it were, preserved, retaining their shape for years. Photographs of these stone animals have gone viral around the world. The reason is the water's extreme chemical composition. It can burn the skin and eyes and destroys most living organisms. But here's what is most frightening. In this very lake, there is life. It is home to special bacteria that color the water in shades of red and orange. And it is here that the Phenacopterus minor, the lesser flamingo, lives and breeds. For them, this place offers perfect protection. Almost no predator can survive in such an environment. In other words, for some, it means instant death. For others, it is the perfect home. And the boundary between the two runs literally through the very same water. If you enjoyed these 5 facts, hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss part 2. Comment below which fact amazed you the most. In part 2, we'll reveal 5 more incredible nature facts. Don't miss it.